the only 10 out of 10 UFC cards. Let's see what he's going to say, because I actually haven't seen a whole lot of 10 out of 10 cards. Starting off with the obvious pick, UFC 300. This was the best card I think I've ever seen, like, in my life. And maybe it's because some of these on this list are going to be a bit older, a bit before my time, but this card was the best card I've ever seen. Yeah, UFC 229. This one's a little bit more main event heavy. Not that the undercard was bad, but let's just be honest. This event was so main event heavy, waiting for this epic fight. Next up is Diaz versus McGregor 2. Again, this is another one of those very top heavy cards. Like, there were some decent fights on the undercard, but usually with the McGregor cards, they don't stack them too much because Conor McGregor sells cards in and of itself, and you don't really need anybody else to make it sell. And this kind of proved it. Now, this card was before my time, but I can tell you I know that this is a 10 out of 10 card purely just from the three title fights alone, right? And an interesting fact about this card, all three champions who went into this card ended up losing their belt. All we heard was and new that night. And lastly, UFC 189. I mean, the top two fights in the card alone absolutely would make it a 10 out of 10 card. One of the best title fights in all time, Lawler versus McDonald 2. And then, of course, we got Mendes versus McGregor, absolutely setting up the mega fight, which was Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor, which at the time was probably the equivalent of like Ilya Topuria versus Max Holloway, or Topuria Charles Oliveira, Topuria Volkanovski, you name it. In fact, this fight was probably even bigger than that just because of how much of a superstar Conor McGregor was at the time.